How's it going, everyone? Another top 30 visit for the Packers, and this one's going to be on a quarterback in Kyron Drones out of Virginia Tech. So Kyron Drones comes in as the 23rd best quarterback in this year's draft class and is currently ranked 424th overall out of all the players on the consensus draft board. Did not have a RAS score, but I was able to get some of his testing numbers, and so for his numbers and measurables, comes in at pretty much 6'2", 226 pounds, ran the 40-yard dash at 4.62 seconds, broad jump of 10 feet, a vertical leap of 33 inches, and a short shuttle of 4.27 seconds, which with those stats would give him a 9.58 RAS score. So a pretty athletic, explosive running type quarterback. But he's not just a running quarterback because he has a very good arm as well, a really, really good arm. Now, for his time at the collegiate level, he spent 5 years at the college level. First 2 years was at Baylor, and then the last 3 years when he transferred over at Virginia Tech. And his first year at Baylor was pretty much a redshirt year. So for his time at Baylor, played in 7 games total, only attempted 23 passes, 60.9 completion percentage, 219 passing yards and a touchdown and a pick. Then over at Virginia Tech, started pretty much got the starting job. Played in 34 games total, attempted 824 passes, 58.3 completion percentage. Completion percentage is a bit low. 5,566 passing yards, 44 touchdowns to 18 interceptions. And as you can see in his final year, he threw for 1,919 yards and 17 touchdowns and 9 picks. But that doesn't entirely show the entire story, of course. So moving on to the PFF side for his grades for his final year, offensive grade of 69.9, pass grade of 61.2, a run grade of 73.5, and a fumble grade of 55.6. Because what the other site didn't have, shockingly, didn't have rushing stats in there. Here are his rushing stats right here. So as you see in his final year, he attempted 148 rushing attempts for 816 rushing yards, which was good for 5.5 yards per average, and 9 touchdowns. Granted, he had 6 fumbles, and that's why his fumble grade is so low. But still, he was pretty much a dual threat type of quarterback. He wasn't mainly just a pocket passer, and that's why his rushing number or his passing numbers were so low. He ran a ton. Pretty much almost half of his snaps are rushing attempts. So he is a dual threat quarterback in that sense. Now, what are some of the strengths and weaknesses for him? Strengths, once again, dual threat playmaking. He's a hard-nosed runner who is difficult to tackle in the open field and in the red zone. Raw arm power. Possesses arm arrogance with the ability to drive the ball into tight windows and attack the defense vertically. Off-script ability. Excels at extending plays and making accurate throws from various platforms while on the move. And ball security. Historically, he, especially his time at Virginia Tech, avoids excessive interceptions. He only threw 9 in his final season. And then only threw, 18, I believe, for his entire career at Virginia Tech. So good with the ball security in that sense, while throwing 44 touchdowns. Now, what are some of the weaknesses for him? Mental processing. Often holds the ball too long and struggles to work through progressions when his first read is covered. Accuracy inconsistency. Technical flaws like throwing off his back foot leads to wobbly passes and sailing intermediate throws. And lastly, his deep ball touch. While he has the power, his deep ball accuracy has been described as limited, often missing by yards rather than inches. And so with that, on a pro comparison, the only one that I could find was on NFL Draft Buzz was Kedon Slovis. What I've read otherwise, I think it was on Packers News, I believe it was. They're kind of comparing him as potentially if we were to draft him, our next Malik Willis, which I could see with the rushing ability and the strong arm and the arm talent. Just needs refinement and probably better coaching in a good system. And I believe this might have been the one player where the Packers were kind of, I think they told Bill Huber, hey, we brought in a quarterback for a top 30 visit. Don't tell anyone who it is. Don't report it. We'll report it eventually. Just don't immediately report it. And I believe it's this quarterback, and I kind of see why, because this does have the makings of like another Malik Willis. Like he's got the running portion to him. He's got the off script ability. He's got a strong arm. Just needs a good system. Just learn from Jordan Love and some refinement. And if all he has to get through is mental processing and better accuracy, he could do that backing up Jordan Love. And this would be one of those project QBs that like the Packers tend to take on as their third quarterback to get some knowledge, some coaching and all that, and could become a good backup quarterback. Obviously, he's not going to start for the Packers, considering we have our franchise quarterback in Jordan Love, but this could be the player, not this year, but maybe 2 years from now, to where we could have a viable, decent backup, especially since we typically churn through backup quarterbacks. And then lastly, of course, considering he's not drafted or on the consensus draft board, he's a late day 3 pick, probably round 7 or undrafted free agent. So the Packers, yes, we kind of do have quarterbacks that we could be fine with, but I can see them still drafting another quarterback or picking him up as an undrafted free agent, because we do like a lot of throwing arms as well on our roster to not pretty much overthrow out their arms during training camp and the OTAs and all that. But let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.